while since we spoke to you. We've had a couple of really tough trips in the bag and a couple of tough Cumbrian ties. Difficult game against Newcastle on Sunday, which the second half we made it look anything but, didn't we? I mean.
Yeah, I think the last three games that we've played, the two close games against Whitehaven and Workington, we handled that really well. I think the players prepared themselves, looked after the bodies since the Thursday game, and then when the Sunday came round at Workington at home, I think they prepared themselves really well, looked after the bodies, and didn't drink over that bank holiday period. Or they told me they didn't drink over that bank holiday period. It looked like they didn't as well. So I think we won them two games, 92-6 aggregate, which you can't ask for any more. Came through that one without injuries as well, and then the performance at the weekend, it was just a matter of time. I think during that second half, we were happy how we played in that first half as forwards and outside backs got us rolling up the hill. They're making yards, and we knew that if we stayed in the game towards the mid half of the second half, we thought we'd roll them down along, and that's what happened. I think we scored 46 points in 30 minutes in that second half. And some of the tries that we scored are really attractive, really good tries, and fairly clinical with the shape that we played.
And every man, every position is just delivering for you, isn't it? You've got your forwards doing the hard work. You've got halves. Sometimes you've got four halves on the field. But you've got Gilly, Ben White, Jimmy, and then Leakey doing his typical stuff, and Ben Kay doing the graft in the middle. So it's just the creatives are kind of breaking the play, making a play, and then breaking the opposition down. And
we changed it a little bit this year. We brought Jimmy Meadows in, to try and utilise Ben White as a 13 and play with almost four pivots with Luke at full back as well. And then, as you said, with Leakey coming on, it gives a lot of dynamism really in that park. I think the first part of the season it weren't quite working for us. I think Jimmy picked up a couple of niggles, so we're in for a couple of games, out for a couple of games, so we never got that consistency and that continuity. But I think over the last 2 or 3 games that you can see that the consistency they're now getting and playing together with each other is showing with the good ball stuff that we're doing. But that starts with the defence. We can't play with ball now unless we defend tough and look after the ball.
And like we said earlier in the year, the quality, the value of a big squad is starting to show, because we've got a little knocks, but you're not really feeling anybody missing at the moment. People are coming into the squad and filling in wherever they need to be, aren't they?
Yeah, we're lucky we get send a few players out on loan as well, just to get that game time so they can come back in and rather than not having played for 5 or 6 weeks, they're playing week in week out in League One. So we're looking after them guys by getting the game time, and as it stands at the minute, we're getting through games pretty much unscathed. We lost Greg and Perry on the wing, but then Dale Morton's coming in. He's been sensational as Dale since he come back in. He's at 8 tries in 3 games and however many 100 metres every single game he's playing. So he's making it difficult for Perry and Greg to come back in and take his share, which is what we want. And the middles are playing really well. Baggy, he played in the Workington game, missed out again this week, so it's difficult to get people back into the team and keep them there now. So and that's what we want. We want people challenging for positions in the team, and as long as players are playing well and winning games, it's going to be difficult for me to change the team.
And finally, we've got a few more milestones coming up. We've got Ben Kay about to hit 300 appearances, which is incredible. Lucas about to hit 200 career appearances, and Dane Manning at the weekend. I mean, we're almost sort of 48 points in front, 40 points in front. Last minute of the game, the team is celebrating like they've scored a last minute winner. Yeah. I think that's a testament to the man, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That really impressed me. That just the togetherness, not only the team, but also what I think about Dane and what he's achieved in the game. I thought it were fantastic to watch everybody run over and congratulate him. As you say, you could quite easily dismiss it with the last try of the game, and you 40 points up. But I think just the feeling that the guys feel for Dane, but also the camaraderie the guys have got as a group, you could see that everybody were overjoyed for Dane, and he got that try. And yeah, I think we've had quite a few milestones this year, haven't we? Brownie got his 150 appearance for Batley, and I think Michael Ward, he got 250 career appearances. So these experienced players, they're invaluable to us in doing what we're doing, and the younger players that we're bringing in as well. It's that really good blend that we've got, that good mix, and it's obviously it's working for us at this moment in time.
You mentioned just milestones as well. You mentioned Dale earlier, but Dale hit his 100th career try at the weekend. Jesse had done the same earlier in the year. So all over the park, isn't it? Really?
It is, yeah, and it's good to try and celebrate these milestones as well. And maybe don't mean a lot to the players when they hit them when they're still playing, but when you've retired and you've been 5-10 years retired, it's nice to look back on something that you've achieved, and You know, I've done that myself. You know, it's you don't maybe not appreciate it when you're still playing, but when you've packed in, you've hung your boots up. It's nice to look back on what you've achieved in your career, and I'm sure these guys will do that.
And now a week's rest or a week without a game at the very least. I know the boys are still working hard, and then tough game at Featherstone. But just enjoy this weekend for now and relax a little and rest a little bit.
Yeah, they've earned it. They've earned that rest. We'll give them the weekend off. You know, we'll not have them in training on Saturday morning. We'll train tonight. Be fairly light tonight and light on Thursday as well. We'll try and get a bit of a feed together, just keep that team bonding there this week, and we'll give them the weekend off to spend time with the families or do whatever they want to do. And then we'll be back in next week, all guns blazing, and prepare for the Featherstone game, because I've no doubt they'll be smarting from the defeat against Lee this Monday just gone, but also us taking a point off Featherstone at our place. I think they'll be looking at coming out for us, all guns blazing, to try and get the 2 points.